and there was a camp that was built up called the Two Rivers Camp in outside of Alpine, Marfa area, and she was a big player in that. She was one of the main organizers of that camp, and they did what they could to delay that pipeline from being laid into the ground, and they held it out for a while, for a good while, some months, maybe 6 months or so. And she's here today, and she's from Alpine, and I want to invite her on stage. She's been doing a lot of work even after that pipeline, still advocating, still standing up for our Mother Earth, and she would like to say some words. So please welcome Lori Glover.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for being here today to support our Mother Earth. We've got a huge banner down there that was made just this last week in Albuquerque when we were protesting at the U.S. Bank. And I'm going to tell you a little more about that in just a minute. Come on, get in the front, guys. In the front so everybody can see the big snake. This is as big, the black snake, right? So Standing Rock, Trans-Pecos Pipeline, we all fought the black snake. Energy Transfer Partners, oil and gas industry. This is black snake with the forked tongue, because all these industries and these banks, they speak to us in lies. They speak to us with a forked tongue. So you can see that here on this amazing art piece that one of our indigenous water protectors made in Albuquerque last week. La lucha de vida es nuestros. La lucha de agua y aire limpios es nuestros. La lucha de existencia es nuestros. Luchamos por cambio. Cambio en los corazones y los mentes de todos. Buenos tardes, El Paso. It is a wonderful day here in El Paso. My family and I traveled here from the Big Bend of West Texas, near Big Bend National Park. It was a region untouched by industry, wild and pristine. They told us fracking would not come because there was no infrastructure to carry the gas away. Then Energy Transfer Partners built a pipeline, the Trans-Pecos Pipeline. They also built the Comanche Trails Pipeline through San Elizario, not far from here. Many here today, including Crystal, fought these pipelines. My family and I started the Two Rivers Camp with the Society of Native Nations on our land to fight the greed of corporations, to fight for our rights, and to fight for indigenous rights. We were arrested and fined, but we continue to fight. As I stand here today, I'm on probation until the end of June. A year ago, the Trans-Pecos Pipeline was completed. The infrastructure had arrived to transport the fossil fuels of Mother Earth, and the fracking began. First, Apache Corporation began fracking near Balmorhea, the home of the biggest, most beautiful, clean, spring-fed swimming pool in Texas, and near Fort Davis, a mountain town. The fracking in the Balmorhea area and all the way to Carlsbad, New Mexico, has exploded. The roads are dangerous, the sky is dirty, and the air is bad to breathe, filled with poisons. including benzene and hydrogen sulfide. These areas of the Permian Basin are the crown of our region, and the powerful winds of the desert blow their pollution to us. Now many days our skies, our air we breathe is dirty with pollution. The pipelines brought us the fracking. Now there are 3 frack wells in our county and 4 more just on the other side of the county line, and more coming. We must think of the millions of tons of water used and the pollution, but we must also think of our air. Every day the fracking wells, compressor stations, storage tanks, gas processing facilities release poisons into our air. Most of it you cannot see. It is invisible. It is insidious. We have no choice but to breathe. We are given no choice but to suck in the poisons the greedy corporations put in our air, because they are too cheap to make their industry safe and too selfish to care for our lives or to care for Mother Earth. They are blinded by greed, and we must stop them. We must stop them for ourselves and for our future generations. We must stop them for our brothers and sisters in New Mexico, where now there is a pipeline infrastructure and gas processing plants that allow that fracking to explode in the sacred Chaco Canyon region of the Navajo. They are already fracking the southeastern part of New Mexico. Banks like US Bank, Wells Fargo, Chase Morgan, and Citibank, banks where you keep your money, invest in this destruction and exploitation of Mother Earth and her people, solely for profit. I was at a US Bank shareholder meeting this past week in Albuquerque with several other pipeline fighters across the nation to speak truth to power. Joy Braun of the Cheyenne River Sioux, Juania Locke of Standing Rock, both for DAPL, Cherie Foytlin of Louisiana Bayou Bridge pipeline that goes through the Huma Nation, and Matthew Bork of the Rover pipeline in Michigan. But first I had to sit through all US Bank's lies, their lies about their trustworthiness, the importance of people, and the importance of the environment. We had to watch videos of their good works. I felt sick listening to their false words. They lied straight to our faces. They are funding the end of our human species. They are funding exploitation of the lands of the indigenous people. And therefore, these banks, these corporations are funding environmental racism. The bottom line is not profit. It is death. It is death for those who have cancers like leukemia and lymphoma from breathing benzene. It is death for the workers who arrived at a fracking site with high concentrations of hydrogen sulfide and died immediately. It is death for the unborn babies of mothers who had miscarriages because they live near oil and gas facilities and breathe hydrogen sulfide every day. These are facts. This is real. The bottom line is not profit, it is death. Death of our species if we let this rape continue. La lucha de vida es nuestros. The fight for life is ours. The fight for clean water and air is ours. The fight for existence is ours. We fight for change. Change in the hearts and minds of all. We can choose a different path. Death of greed. We the people can stop this. We can choose life. Thank you.
Yo!
I didn't expect much coming after Superman and